Hi, Danielle, the photo philosopher here. Today, let's talk about shutter speeds. What is shutter speed? It's the amount of time that light is exposed to our sensor or film. Most of the time we think of shutter speed in terms of fractions of a second. Either that or seconds. So, get your camera. On your mode dial, you will either see a TV or an S. I want you to turn your camera to that mode. TV or S. Go ahead and turn it on. And I want you to take your dial all the way to the right. What do you get? 8,000, 4,000, probably one of those two. Now, I want you to take your dial all the way to the left. What do you get? 30 and 2 dashes, maybe a bulb, maybe it says time. Well, the 30 and those two dashes are the international symbol for seconds. So anytime you see 2 dashes near your shutter speed, it means seconds. All right, take your camera to 10 and 2 dashes, 10 seconds, all right? I want you to take a picture. That's a long time, right? Oh, 10-second exposure. Lets in a lot of light. Now take your dial to 60. Okay, now remember, that means 1/60th of a second. All right, quite a bit faster. Now 1/60th of a second is the general average of where you can avoid handheld camera shake. You'll know you have handheld camera shake because there'll be directional blur, an up and down directional blur in your photographs. Now 1/60th of a second, you can generally avoid handheld camera shake. However, the longer your lens, the faster you want that to be. A good general rule of thumb is to shoot at a shutter speed faster than the length of your lens. This is 28 millimeter. Ideally, I could avoid handheld camera shake at a 30th of a second. So 30. Probably not though. I drink a lot of caffeine. The shutter speed at which you can generally stop most motion that you would encounter is 1/250th or 1/500th. So it'll say 250 or 500 in your camera's screen. So shutter speed's function is to cause motion blur or freeze motion. Those are the two creative choices you have with shutter speed. Freeze motion or cause motion blur. 4,000, real fast. 30 and 2 dashes, real slow. All right? What are neat things you can do with long exposures? Or why would you want to use the 30 and 2 dashes? Well, you'd want a tripod and probably a remote timer, but you could paint with light. You could catch star trails, depending on your environment, if it was dark enough. Remember, every thought you think creates your future. Until next time.